Welcome to the channel, everyone. Thank you for being here. I'd like to say thank you to all my subscribers and to everyone who's watching the video. It helps me to keep making videos and keeps me inspired. So what am I going to do today? Well, today I'm just going to do a very simple project. I'm going to make these little scrap buster flowers. Now they're a simple project. So today I'm going to show you a few ways to use these little flowers after I've created them. So let's start by creating some flowers. I'll just put these little guys over here. Now I've got these circle templates that I've cut out. The first one's 5 centimeters across, the next one is 4 centimeters across, 3 centimeters and 2 centimeters. Now to make the little flower, I've just used a pile of scraps. So I'm trying to get rid of as many of those as I can. In this one I've used some brads because I have this little box of brads here. And I've got some really nice pastel coloured ones, some gold ones. And I've got these ones here that are actually like little butterflies. So I might use some of those today as well. So I'll just put a few out over here. Okay, so how do I make the flowers? Well, first of all, I have used pinking shears and I've got this little hole punch. So I'll show you what I do. I've cut out some circles of the same of these little templates. Now, I've just cut out one of each, plus the 3 centimeter one, I've cut out an extra little backing, and I'll show you why. So it's really simple. You just take these little cutouts, you place them one on top of another, like that. And then you put this on the back. It just gives a little bit of a stabilizing element to the little flower, like that. And then I take the hole punch and I position it so that I punch a little hole in the middle. And then you take a brad, across the screen there. Now for this one I'm just going to use one of the little butterflies because I haven't used those before. And you place it through there like that. I think I actually like the round ones better. And then you just fold over the back like this. And that's your little flower. It's super simple. I think they're actually stunning because you can use really bright colours. I don't know what colours you would use, but you can leave me a comment in comments below about the colours that you would use. So again, super simple little thing to do. Today I needed something super simple, so that's what I came up with. Now I'll just show you another one. So again, I've got this red backing, I've got this gingham look, the yellow spot, and the little purple piece, and then the extra little backing. So you just place them on top of each other like that. Just move these out of the way. And then you just place the little backing on the back. This is a piece of curtain fabric from a sample book. And you just add the hole to the center. And you place the little brad in there and you just fold it back at the back. Now I've been making these for my journal that I've been making, and I've got videos of that online. However, but what if you're thinking, I don't want to use it in a junk journal, I want to use it on another product that I may want to wash. Well, here I've done a smaller one when I've just got 3 petals, but I'm still going to put the backing on. So what you do is just get out if you have a jar of buttons or some buttons, choose a button that you think looks good. The little pink button stands out quite nicely, the blue one. I'll put the pink one because it stands out a little bit more. And just simply sew the little button on. So let's just quickly do that. I've used a different thread so the colour pops a little bit more. So we'll just quickly sew that on. Now you can add a 6-inch circle to this, 7-inch circle, and make a whole lot more little layers. That's really up to you. So as you can see, the button's sewn on. Maybe just one more stitch through there. And now this is ready for a variety of other projects. And just secure the little button at the back. So that's another way to finish off these little flowers. So we've got them made. Now what do we use them for? Let's clear away a little bit of space here. So you can see the difference there. I started off making these, as I said, to go in my journal, but then I've got some other ideas which I'm going to show you how to use the ones with the button. But today let's just concentrate on the ones that I've used the brads for. So I no longer purchase gift cards. I tend to make my own gift card. This is just a small card. I'll give you the measurements. It's about 4.5 inches by 6 inches, 11 centimeters by 15 centimeters. I've cut a piece of cardstock so that you just have a tiny little edge around this little frame. Then I've taken it off to the sewing machine using a variegated thread. I've just done a straight stitch all the way around there. So I'm just going to glue that to the backing here, to the cardstock. So carefully I'm just going to place that down so I've got the tiny little frame all the way around. Then I've taken a little, this is just a piece of paper, and this little piece of paper is 6 centimeters by 6 centimeters, which makes it about 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. So just a little square in the middle. I've just chosen a square and this gingham type pattern because that was what I had in a scrap box, and I am trying to use up all my little scraps. So again, I'm just going to place that, I'm going to eyeball that, but I'm going to place it in the center of the card like that. And then I've taken this one which has got the brad in it, and I've chosen colors that pop with the blue. So I've chosen this pink little flower, which is a lovely little pink background, the polka dots, the gingham look there, and the little center with the purple. So I'm just going to add some glue to the back of this. And then I'm going to just lay that down on top. Now that makes a simple little card. If you leave less on the edge here, it'll sit up a little bit, which is probably a little bit nicer. But there we go. So the little flower sits there. Now you could put a sentiment on this if you had a die cut, or you could just hand write something on this, but I tend to leave them like plain like this because I have given them to people and they've put them in a little frame. So that's card number 1. Let's have a look at card number 2. Now in this card it's a similar idea. I've just got this card stock, purchased card already, and the card is 15 centimeters, I would imagine, by 15, which is basically 6 inches by 6 inches. I've cut the cardboard. Again, I like to have just a tiny little frame. This one's very small. Then I've taken the card to my sewing machine that I use for paper, and I've just done a zigzag around the edge using a variegated thread. So I'm just going to glue this on. Don't need a lot of glue. And I'm going to place that down. Okay, so that's the first layer. Then I chose this little piece of very fine, you can see it's very, very, very fine fabric. It's not something I'd use for quilting, but it's great for this. So it's 10 centimeters by 9. Looks like it's 9 centimeters, so I might put it that way. So it's about 4 inches. Now here I'm going to put most of the glue in the center so it's covered by the next layer, because this isn't particularly thick fabric and I don't want the glue really showing through. If you had, see how it's showing through there? If you had thicker fabric you could probably use a lot more glue. So to hide that I'm going to put the next layer. Now this had a pattern on the back but I didn't want to use that pattern. Very nice paper. Now we have a layer of paper, so we've got paper, fabric, paper. Now this little one is about nearly 2.5 by 2.5, so it's again probably 6 centimeters. Now I've chosen a lilacs pink colour wave here, bit of orange in that, which is picked up in the orange here. So all these colours sort of pop off each other and they make a fun little card. So again I'm just going to apply some glue, I think this time just to the backing here, not to the petals, so the petals can actually sit up a little bit, and just pop it down there. So the little petals all move around. Again, I'm not going to put any sentiments on the front, because if the person wishes to frame this little card, they can do so. The inside is plain, so you can write your sentiment in there. So the next one, I did one more card. Now this one I've tried to make a little bit more of a scene, a little bit of a, sorry about the threads, there's always threads. So I've taken a larger card here, just a plain cardboard card, which is 12.5 centimeters by 17 centimeters, about 5 inches I'd say by 7 inches. 5 inches that way by 7 inches that way. Okay, so again I've cut a piece of card. I do like to have the little frame around the outside. This is just a piece of cardstock which I've used a different coloured variegated thread. Now I purchased all these variegated threads and they were quite cheap, and I just wanted to try them out and see if they were actually any good. So this is what I've come up with, and I don't use them very often in sewing. Well, I haven't yet for fabric, so I just wanted to use them today because they add a little bit of pop of colour, and I'm using up as many things I already have without purchasing new things. So one layer of card, then I chose 2 little flowers there. Now what I did was I went off to the sewing machine. I used my cutter here to make a round edge on this cardboard. I didn't do anything extra except I just did this thin line of stitching to give the idea of a flower stem. So I'm going to glue that down. Now, as I said, I actually have a sewing machine, an old second-hand sewing machine that I've had serviced and checked, that I use for when I do paper. That way I protect my other sewing machine that I just used for fabric. Now I just went off and randomly cut out these little leaf shaped pieces. Now I just realized that I could use them either way. I could use them like that, or I could use them like that. I think I'll use them in that way, and you can add some more if you wanted to. I mean, it's really up to you. But this is a very simplistic little card, so I don't want to add too much detail. It was just a fun little project which I'll use, and I'll give these away. Again, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on this backing because I think that's better than adding glue to this exterior rim here. Just enough so that everything stays attached. Again, I'll do it on this one. That's a little bit wonky, you can see there, but that's not really going to make any difference to the front. Put a little bit of glue on that little metal piece there, and place the other little flower there. Now, if I had been thinking about it, I could have added a third little flower, but I don't really think it needs it. It would have had to be quite small to make that composition work. So in no time at all, we've created not only a little range of little flowers here, very simple little project, these little flowers, but we've also created 3 very different cards. So we've got this plainer one, just one little flower on it. We've got the larger card here. I like this card with I like polka dots. I've got a thing about polka dots at the moment. I really like polka dots. And then we've got this card here. So you get 3 little cards. I'll just see if I can get them all in screen as best I can there. You've got some other little flowers that we can use for other projects. And it hasn't taken that much time at all. So in the next video, I'm going to show you some other ways to use up these little flowers which use the buttons. So I just think they're quite easy little project to make. Great because you could make a card which you can give away, a very unique individual card. I think it's nice if the recipient, as I said, I've given these away and people have actually put them in little frames so they can keep them. Just some ideas. So which one do you like the best in the cards? And if you have any ideas on how I could use these in another project, please let me know, because I have some, as I said, of my own ideas of how I want to use them. But I'm sure there would be plenty of ideas out there that I haven't thought of so far. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this quick, simple little project. It's another scrap buster. It's fun, it's easy, and you can make other products, other items from it, which I think is good. So, hope to see you next time, everyone. Thanks for being here. And if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and subscribe button. And I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.